Now on CoastTV News.
Mounds of dirt pile up, meaning work. What DelDOT has in store for a Lewis intersection and the reaction of those nearby.
Two candidates to replace Representative Rich Collins, what the Millsboro area men want to see in the seat.
Wet weather for tonight will linger into tomorrow, giving us some wet roads on Wednesday.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Cars drive at the current intersection of Old Orchard and Savannah Road, but in a couple years, that won't be an option. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. We begin tonight with realignment years in the making at Old Orchard Road.
Let's talk you through this. This is what the intersection of Old Orchard Road and Savannah currently looks like. You can see there, kind of a cut through, and this is what it's going to change to. The road you see there, Old Orchard, will be realigned entirely. Where that dirt path is, that's going to make a new four-way stop right there at Old Orchard and West Coates Road. Drivers say they're all for this.
It will work because you got so many roads feeding into that area. It's the only answer and the only way to go. I would hope it gets done sooner rather than later. We definitely need some improvements over there because it's a malfunction junction.
DelDOT spokesperson says the entire project will be done in 2028. This is just phase one. DelDOT says construction is actually 11 phases over 1,000 calendar days. Now, the project is 80% federally funded, 20% is from the state, and again, phase one is what we're going through right now.
Republican Rich Collins has held the District 41 seat since 2014, which covers Millsboro, Dagsboro, and the Gumboro area. With Collins not running for re-election, if his seat flips, the Democratic Party would have a supermajority. Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson is in our newsroom. Brandon, so far 2 candidates have filed to run for Collins' seat when he retires.
Charlie, Representative Collins has served the Millsboro area for over 10 years. He told Coast TV today he's confident that this district will stay Republican, and if he wasn't, he would have ran himself. 2 candidates have officially filed to file for his seat. One of those is Democrat Ryan Stuckey and Republican Doug Conaway, both local businessmen. Stuckey owns this coffee shop in Dagsboro, and Conaway helps run custom home building company in Millsboro. One man Coast TV spoke with that lives in District 41 says they will have to follow in Collins' footsteps.
I think Millsboro is a good place as it is, and whoever takes his place will continue his good work.
Collins says in part of retiring so he can, quote, enjoy this part of his life while he can. He will serve his remainder of his term until next year. Back to you.
Taking a live look into Ocean City right now as we check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams. Paul, take us into the weather.
Well, we're starting to see the rain make its ever so steady move in our direction, and we're starting to see it manifest, particularly on the western portions of the Delmarva Peninsula. We'll take a look at that in just a moment with our radar tracking the rain. We're holding in Ocean City, for example, cloudy skies, a little mist in some areas, and winds are out to the south at about 11 miles per hour. And we're going to see the scattered showers begin to manifest right around the 6 o'clock hour in Ocean City, more like 6:30 around that time frame. Now, here's where we ended up today. Above the norm for this time of the year. We're starting that warming trend that's going to spoil us before the Zappo happens after Thanksgiving. And I'm trying to keep us aware of the Zappo because it's going to be jarring, okay? 65 for the high in Salisbury, 61 for the high today in Ocean City. And we look at this, we are 12 degrees warmer now than we were just 24 hours ago. So you see how we're leaning right into this much warmer weather pattern. And because of that, watching out for widespread rain. And actually, some of the rain showers could turn into an isolated thunderstorm or two. But right now, we have winds picking up momentum, actually, for us along both sides with small craft advisories and we're concerned for a gale wind watch, 35-mile-per-hour winds in some areas. And here comes that rain as it's overtaking the western portions of the Delmarva Peninsula. We'll talk about that in more detail in a moment.
A little more than a day left until President Trump's deadline for Ukraine to agree to a peace deal with Russia, and both the White House and Kyiv tonight are acting optimistic. Now the question, will Russia get on board?
As Melanie Zanona reports, the U.S. has been conducting talks with both sides over the past few days, even as bombs continue to fly in major Russian and Ukrainian cities.
Thank you very much. Ahead of his self-imposed Thanksgiving deadline, President Trump expressing confidence a deal to end the war between Russia and Ukraine is within sight.
I think we're getting very close to a deal. We'll find out. I thought that one would have been gone quicker.
The president's comments at the annual White House Thanksgiving turkey pardon coming as U.S. officials conduct talks with Russia in Abu Dhabi. The meeting follows a session in Geneva over the weekend, where Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and European allies demanded changes to a Trump administration 28-point peace plan. The new plan seen as less favorable to Russia on questions like territory concessions. France's president said the Trump peace plan is headed in the right direction.
We are clearly at a crucial juncture. Negotiations are getting a new impetus, and we should seize this momentum.
Despite the talks, Russia continued to batter Ukraine overnight, hitting the country with nearly 500 missiles and drones.
Putin's sending the message he's not interested in a ceasefire. He's interested in putting pressure on the Ukrainians. He thinks he can wait us out.
With U.S. officials saying Ukraine has agreed to a framework for a peace deal, all eyes are now on Russia, where President Vladimir Putin's top aides seem skeptical of the new pared-down peace plan.
And now the pressure needs to be on Putin to come on board. And that pressure can come militarily, it can come economically with sanctions, it can come with finances. President Trump has the capability, has the leverage to put pressure on Putin to agree to this deal.
A top Ukrainian official says that Zelensky wants to meet with Trump this week to iron out the final details of a peace plan. But today on social media, Trump said he's sending a top envoy to meet with Putin and Russia, and will only meet with Putin and Zelensky once the deal is finalized. Melanie Zanona, NBC News, Washington.
A crash at an intersection in Bridgeville. New information on what led to this accident.
Watch out for the streets to be a little bit on the slick side as we brace for a wet Wednesday.
But first, new road risk. Concerns in Lewis over a stretch of the city's bicycle trail up next.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Happening this evening in Lewis, the city's Bike and Pedestrian Committee is talking about safety concerns about a trail alongside New Road.
Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber tells us about a letter sent to the city regarding safety concerns in a bike and walking trail.
This is the trail running from Park Road to Fort Castle Road in Lewis, a path that parallels New Road. A letter was recently sent to the city's Bike and Pedestrian Advisory Committee raising concerns about a gap in the walkway. The letter claims that just a few yards of missing sidewalk forces cyclists and pedestrians onto New Road, a busy stretch leading into downtown Lewis, creating what the letter describes as a significant safety hazard. Clay Blanton, who lives in the development next to the trail, says his biggest concern is the speed of drivers on New Road, especially with so many people biking and walking along the path.
They come over the little bridge across the creek, and they hit the accelerator because there's really nothing to slow them down. The road is straight until they get into the town as such. There's a sign there that has a radar beam on it for you to slow down, but people don't pay attention to it.
The letter also mentions the danger of there not being a crosswalk at the intersection of Fort Castle Lane and New Road. Efforts to continue to ensure the safety of bicyclists and pedestrians. For Coast TV News, I'm Elisa Weber.
Our First Alert Weather Center with your full forecast after this.
Right now, the rain is making its move right now across the Delmarva Peninsula, bracing us for some wet roads overnight. And it looks like that rain is going to stick around all night long, going into a good portion of Wednesday. Initially, we thought it would be a Tuesday night situation, but now it's going to linger on and just stay kind of lazy as it moves across the peninsula. In Lewis, currently, we're holding in the 50s steadily, not just with the air temperature, but the dew point temperature is at 54. So we're very much a very saturated situation at this moment. And we are going to see some scattered showers pull through. Now, I don't see the scattered showers becoming monstrous or anything significant or even close to severe, but we could hear a little rumble of thunder, particularly as we go into tomorrow, which is going to be a little bit warmer. We'll have access to a little more thermodynamic energy to make that a possibility. But we're going to stay in the upper 50s for tonight in Lewis. And just to kind of give you a feel as to how much warmer we are. We're not breaking any records because that would be 74 degrees, but we are well above the 56, which is the norm for this time of the year. Hence what I've been selling you all week long about the idea that we're going to get a little spoiled before reality zaps us back into place on Friday, Thursday, possibly as early as Thursday, actually. So we're at 61 degrees right now in Georgetown, but not just there, but a lot of surrounding locations. We are about 12 degrees warmer now than we were just this time yesterday, and even Cambridge, we're at 16 degrees warmer. But now here comes that wave of rain that's pulling through. Most of it is just going to pull through one bump for tonight, a bit of a break, and intermittent, I'd call it heavy drizzle to light sprinkles, sort of a raw, rainy kind of a situation, not a downpour or a dousing in this classic sense. Small craft advisory active for the Chesapeake Bay area. And then we have been upgraded with the gale wind watch for Lewis going down towards Ocean View, meaning instead of a 25-mile-per-hour wind gust, which is a small craft advisory, we're going up to 35. So yeah, the wind's becoming even a little more aggressive. We stay at that level of a small craft advisory from Ocean City all the way down towards Chincoteague, but it's breezy no matter where you are, no matter what side of the peninsula you're housed upon. We're looking for 70 for the high in Seaford and in Laurel. That's crazy work because that's about 4 degrees shy of the record that was set. Now 67 for the high in Cambridge with winds out of the southwest. We're looking for 67 in Snow Hill as well. Not just there though. We're in the upper 60s just about everywhere you look. And then the winds are coming out of the southwest, racing at about, let's say, 18 to 24 miles per hour. So it's going to be a warm wind as well. So we look at this wave that pushes through, and then we're looking for just pockets of isolated thunderstorms, possibly in the morning time. Right around 7:30, that's when we're going to have the most opportunity for any of these storms to try to act bad for a second, but then subside quickly because these are fast-moving scattered showers anyway. And then you take a look at this, the possibility of scattered showers. We're looking at a better chance of widespread rain accumulating, of course, portions of Ocean City, and we can see down there we're upgrading for even more so. Then you take a look at Chincoteague and Assateague and along the entire coast. Wednesday is going to be the wet day for the most part throughout the morning going into the afternoon hours. And even with that being the case, we'll be mindful that the cold air steps in for Thanksgiving. It's going to be cold because we're looking for significant drop in temperatures for that day. And then for Black Friday, before we round it up, hey, we're going to be downgrading even more so down to 23 as the starting point. Then after that, we're looking for it to clear out with a chance of scattered showers. Here's a look at your extended forecast. Yeah, we're still talking cold, cold weather after Thanksgiving.
As you start to take those holiday decorations down from the attic or up from the basement, we want to see how you deck the halls. Send us your photos and videos by going to coasttv.com/holidayhouse, and we might show your holiday decorations right here on the air.
It's an exciting time as Coast TV continues our annual Bless Our Children campaign. Thanks to your generosity, we've already raised tens of thousands of dollars to put Christmas gifts under the tree for children who might otherwise go without. Here are some of the people we want to thank so far for stepping up to help.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you to the businesses, groups, and individuals who have stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000 to the Bless Our Children campaign.
We'd like to recognize those friends now by reading the Shell Brothers honor roll in order of amount given in increments of $1,000.
In loving memory of Stacy Dorsch.
Boggs Dish Haroon Post number 123.
Ocean City Elks Lodge number 2645.
Clark & Sons Garage Doors.
Eastern Shore Corvette Club Incorporated.
Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tingle.
Sons and Daughters of Italy of Ocean City Lodge number 2474.
Tony Tank Tribe number 149.
Apgar Turf Farm Inc.
Chesapeake Urology. Doctors Mark Edney, Mark Shimko, Alyssa Gracely, and Jason Smith.
CJ's Beach Base.
Peninsula Imaging LLC.
Painting in America Made Great Again, Earl Johnson Painting.
In memory of Jean G. and John D. Henry.
Mr. and Mrs. R. Dean Goldsboro.
Evergreen Lodge number 153.
Gnostic Family Charitable Foundation Fund of the Delaware Community Foundation.
Emery's General Service of Millsboro.
Willard's Lions Club. Sean Knoll Ways Limitless Worldwide.
Wheels That Heal Car Club.
Chesapeake Waste Industries.
Waikamico Lodge number 91 AF and AM.
Rotary International Lewis Rehoboth Beach Rotary Club.
Preston Growmark FS.
Pocomoke Elks Lodge number 1624.
American Legion Cinnapunxon Post number 166.
Fillmore Day Real Estate Services LLC.
accurate termite and pest control.
Delaware Improved Order of Red Men and Degree of Pocahontas.
Idlewild Brewerton Club.
Hawker's Supermarkets.
DJ VO Entertainment.
Murray's Residential Service, Dennis and Barbara Murray.
Allen Corman and Son, Inc.
Antique Alley of Bridgeville in memory of Ron Hatfield.
Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton.
ASCP Plumbing and ASAP Total Disposal.
Absolute PDR, Dwayne and Brandy Geis.
David and Luis.
Tylerton Church, Inc., Contractors for a Cause.
Queen City Elks Lodge number 1051.
AccuTrench Contracting, LLC.
IV Solutions.
Terra Firma of Delmarva Paving.
Crowley Associates Realty, Inc.
ABC Refrigeration, Inc. of Bishopville, Maryland.
BYOC Build Your Own Cookie.
Corrado Construction Company.
The Caronville Foundation.
Tops Cutoff, DJ Services and Recording Studio.
We appreciate all of you stepping up to the Shell Brothers Challenge as a part of our Bless Our Children campaign.
If you'd like to help, send your carton donation to Bless Our Children in care of WBOC at 1729 North Salisbury Boulevard, Salisbury, Maryland 21801, or you can donate on our website, blessourchildren.org.
Thank you for helping make this season merrier for children on Delmarva.
Happy holidays.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network, live NCAA men's basketball at 7 when Maryland Eastern Shore hosts Hampton. Then catch the final score at 10:30 p.m. And for your DSN Plus exclusives, along with that UMES basketball game, at 5 you can watch the Bayside All-Star Games in soccer.
Coming up in the NFL, you can watch Thanksgiving Day football right here on Coast TV. The Baltimore Ravens hosting the Cincinnati Bengals during that holiday, and you can watch that game right here at 8 p.m. Coming up, a live look at the Bay Bridge. What days are the busiest to cross? Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5. We're learning more about a Bridgeville crash. The Coast Copter was over the scene at Sussex Highway and Redden Road. Delaware State Police say around 1:45 p.m. a tractor trailer carrying a crane ran a red light, hit a Ford Bronco, and overturned onto a GMC Canyon. Police say the drivers of the Bronco and the Canyon were taken to a nearby hospital for minor injuries. The driver of the tractor was not injured.
Drivers are already hitting the road for Thanksgiving. Here's a live look at the Bay Bridge right now, and you can see heavy traffic in both directions. It makes sense because today and Wednesday are expected to be the busiest driving days. AAA predicts 1.3 million people, more than last year, will drive for Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah, it is looking crowded out there already. That Thanksgiving travel brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what is the best part of Thanksgiving?
I'm excited to see these results. 61% say family time, 22% say big meal, 7% say the football games, and 10% say the long weekend.
And we do have a comment from Dan in Lewis. This one is great. He says, it's the one day a year where eating your body weight in mashed potatoes is considered festive instead of concerning.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
I am Team Dan.
Don't forget
on that
the gravy.
One. Do not forget the gravy. And hey, don't forget to vote if you haven't yet. You can still do that right now on coasttv.com or our mobile app. And as we take a live look outside into Laurel, that camera is shaking again like the Wizard of Oz. One more check on the forecast after this.
Well, the warm front's going to help bring a couple of waves of rain our direction, but right now in Ocean City, we're holding at 58 degrees. We have a gale wind watch in effect. This is talking about 35 mile per hour wind gusts. Now down towards Ocean City, about 25 mile per hour wind gusts, and on the other side, with the rain that's coming across, 25 mile per hour wind gusts over in the Chesapeake Bay side. But it's still breezy no matter where you are, no matter where you slice it. Julian Akram from Delmar, congratulations. You're our umbrella winner, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, sponsored by the law office of Bruckstedt, Mandalis, and Federico. And here's a look at the big story. Oh, we're going to be like near 70 degrees for tomorrow.
And then not.
Oh, I won't bring that part up.
That's all right. I'm gonna need it to be a little cold. I'm gonna have too much food in my body. I'm gonna be outside sweating. It's fine.
That's a way to be positive, Charlie.
You're going outside on purpose?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
you eat all the food.
You are from Alaska.
That is true.
That's true.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.